Hey, house guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother 27 updates and spoilers. How's everybody doing today? It's Monday, the last Monday of the season 27 season. I did not word that in the most ideal way. But how's everybody doing today? Maria's here, Nadia's here, Aja. How's it going? Our house guests of the day. We have Candace and her cats, Tuffy and Tigger. How adorable. We have two friends, Sarah and Lewis, who watch together. We have Sela Castellanos and we have Yolanda Ayala. Thank you all so much for watching. We couldn't do this without you, and we appreciate you all so much. So thank you again. And we hope you enjoy the rest of the season. They have not come back yet from the feeds being down. So we'll see what happens. We do have some stuff to talk about before the feeds went down, so that's good. But when we left off yesterday, we were waiting for the eviction to happen. Big Brother, I believe you have a prompt. Mr. B, what's going on here? What's with the delay? Keanu and Ava are up on the block. Morgan won the power veto, and she is planning on keeping the nominations the same. She's not going to use it. And Morgan and Ashley are poised to vote out Keanu. So I don't know what we're waiting for. But in other news, Vince professed his romantic feelings for Morgan in code. I talked about that in depth yesterday. And he had asked her basically what percentage she's into him. Do you like me? Circle yes, no, maybe. She told him it's not 0. But she can't really have a percentage right now for obvious reasons, meaning you have a girlfriend of 7 years. 7 years. That's a long time. Ugh, I feel so bad for his girlfriend. In other news, Ashley and Ava have been discussing how they want to vote out either Morgan or Vince if one of them wins the final 4 POV, right? Because there's only one person voting in the next eviction cycle after this one. So it all comes down to that POV holder. They're hoping one of them will win so that they can make a big move and take out Vince or Morgan. And I do think that Ashley actually would go through with it, even though the judges are still trying to act like that's a thing. I do think that Vince and Morgan would be loyal to Ashley and get her to the final 3. But I think that Ashley would turn on them. I think she would because she knows she needs to take one of them out if she can. She has a much better chance winning at the end against Ava or even against Vince. I think out of the two, she would rather see Morgan go than Vince because she knows she's not going to beat Morgan in the end. And I mean, judging from her diary room sessions in last night's episode, it seems like she really is down to take Morgan or Vince out. So speaking of Morgan, yesterday was her birthday. Yay! So Big Brother gave them wine 2 days in a row. They're looking for some content, right? They gave them birthday decorations, cake mix, icing. So Ava baked the cake and other goodies for Morgan, and she decorated the cake with Morgan's face on it. She put little vetoes and she put an HOH key. So it kind of symbolized Morgan's journey in this game. I don't think she put Vince on there though. But Big Brother also gave the house guests some video messages from home. I love when they get the video messages. This was blocked from the feed, so we didn't get to see it yet. I'm assuming we'll see it in the episode. But we did get to hear the house guests talk about it after the fact. And it sounds like Big Brother sent the butler butt to Keanu's mom to have in the video from home. So that's a lot of fun. And it doesn't sound like Vince's girlfriend was in his video. Yikes. So yeah, they all had dinner together to celebrate Morgan's birthday. And I have to mention, they were having like steak, rice, and like veggies. Ava was making me sick. The way she was eating her steak. First of all, she chews with her mouth open, which is just too much. I can't deal with that. But she was like forking the steak, picking up the whole piece, taking like a chunk out of it, just like ripping it off, the whole thing. Like it was just, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time, but it was too much. Somebody took that clip of her eating and, like, wrote up like, a nature documentary type voiceover track to go along with it, and it was just so, so well done. So props to them. Yeah. I can't watch Ava eat, it's too much. But the rest of the day yesterday was spent celebrating Morgan's birthday, celebrating getting this far in the game, reminiscing, studying, wondering when the eviction would be. Because we saw on the episode that Mr. What's his face, Mr. Mastermind left it really open ended. He was like, "Yeah, it's going to happen like when you don't expect it." Everyone's thinking maybe it's going to be overnight. They're going to be woken up. They weren't. um, they were not. But yeah, Ashley did end up having a game chat with Morgan and Vince last night. She's trying to plant some seeds as she does. And Ashley was pushing that if Ava makes it to the end, she already has 3 jury votes locked. Kelly, Will, Lauren, they're all going to vote for her to win. I mean, I see what she's going for here, right? She wants to make sure that Morgan and Vince will keep her over Ava to go to the final 3. So Ashley was also saying Ava could even get Keanu's vote because Keanu has said he will not vote for Vince to win in the end out of pettiness. He won't do it. I'm pretty sure he said he would vote for Morgan, but he would not vote for Vince. So Ashley says that's 4 potential votes for Ava. That's enough to win. Can't go to the end with her. And Morgan and Vince agree they would not want to sit next to Ava in the end. Not only because they're worried that maybe she would beat them, but also they don't feel like Ava deserves to be in the final 2. And I really hate when people say, like, oh, this person doesn't deserve this person doesn't deserve that in the game. But, like, I kind of have to agree. It'd be really frustrating to see Ava in the final 2 chairs because she has, like, barely all season participated in this game. She's had little spurts of gameplay here and there, and she kind of has been influential in those moments. Like she was part of some swing votes here and there. Um, but she really not only has she not participated in the game much, but she's complained whenever people have tried to engage with her in the game. So I wouldn't be thrilled if she was rewarded for that by making it to the final 2. But Morgan and Vince are saying they really hope that the jury will vote for who they think has played the best game, not just who they were friends with during the season. So that's that. Keanu also tried to make a last minute late night pitch to Ashley for her to keep him. I keep doing that. Here's the thing. Even if he could secure Ashley's vote, he would still need Vince to be on board, right? Or Morgan. You need 2 votes in order to stay here, whether that's 2 votes straight up or 1 vote and then Vince breaking the tie. So Keanu was saying, like, yeah, I'm hoping I can convince Vince that if I leave, Morgan is going to get credit for it. That's going to go on her resume, not Vince's, because he is making that move for her essentially. So he's like, yeah, I think I could convince Vince to keep me. How many times have I had to say convince Vince in the last few weeks? Too many. But Ashley is like, I don't know that I want to keep you because if you leave, I'm going to have a better chance of winning this final 4 HOH against Ava and Morgan. It's going to be harder for me if you're here. So Keanu's like, yeah, but if I stay, I'll take Morgan out. And next week, it really comes down, or not next week, but next eviction, it really comes down to who wins the veto, not who wins HOH. But Ashley is saying she's really hoping that Vince is going to take her to the final 2 over Morgan. She thinks that she would have a 50-50 chance of beating him. And I have to say, like, logically, it would make sense for Vince to cut Morgan and take Ashley if it's up to him. But, like, I don't see him doing that. He is literally in love with Morgan. He's, like, super into her. I don't see him cutting her at this point because he doesn't want to risk messing up their potential relationship outside of this house. So, Keanu is telling Ashley, if you go with Vince and Morgan, you're going to get 3rd place. But if I'm here, you could maybe get second place. You know, I'll win, but you could get second place. And that's a big jump from second to third or third to second money wise. This dude just being like, I'll win, but you'll get second. That's a lot. I don't see Ashley changing her mind. And again, even if she did, Vince or Morgan would also have to be on board with keeping Keanu for him to stay. All right. Also, last night, Vince and Morgan still bickering about Lauren. When are we going to move on from this? I feel like if they do end up dating, this Lauren thing could be something that they're talking about and fighting about years from now, which is so insane. But I could totally see it being the case. Okay, so that's all last night. Today, the feeds have been down since this morning. I think they went down around like 9:30 a.m. Big Brother time. So they have a lot to cover in that time. Presumably the veto ceremony, the eviction, maybe the new HOH competition. And unless something crazy happens, unless there's some sort of weird thing with this twist, hi handsome. Unless they're like doing some sort of elimination instead of an eviction, it should be Keanu leaving because Keanu does not have votes, right? Morgan and Ashley are both planning on voting him out. So I'm assuming when the feeds come back, Keanu is not going to be here anymore, but we'll see how that goes. And then for the new HOH, there's only going to be 3 people playing, right? It's only going to be Morgan, Ashley, and Ava. So that should be interesting. But let me know who you're rooting for that HOH competition. So I know that wasn't a ton of info, but that's just kind of where we're at in the season. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. I thought I could chat with you all for a bit, maybe. And I also want to give a special thanks to our super chatters. You guys are amazing. Carla Seabug S, thank you. And she says, thanks for all you do. Go Morgan for the win. Totally agree. I think Morgan is my top choice to win right now. I feel like she has earned it for sure. We'll see if she can get there. You never know. She could get cut at the last minute, which would be sad. I mean, I could see it being like season 2 of BB Can. I was rooting so hard for Netta to win, and then she got cut at the final 3. Brutal. The difference here is I don't see Vince cutting Morgan the way that John cut Netta. So who knows? Justin Tanner, thank you so much. He says, hi, Maddie. Ava might be one of the worst players. The problem is she just doesn't try. Like, I think she could actually be a decent player, but she doesn't want to play the game, which makes me really sad. I mean, we've heard her talk about how she basically only came on the show because she wanted to win America's Favorite. And she's been like pandering to the cameras to try to make that happen. But like, if she actually tried and played, I think she could be a pretty good player. But yeah, it's sad. That's not how it turned out. Wayne Sugihara, thank you so much for the super chats. We really appreciate you. And he said, Ava, who? I know, right? It's so sad too, because I was rooting for her so hard in the beginning, and then she just kind of like crapped out and didn't do anything. Because at the beginning, it seemed like maybe she was going to game, but then she was like, I don't want to do it. I'm not talking game after midnight. I don't want to be part of this. Like, it's a lot. Let's see what we got going on in the chat here. It is going to be interesting to see how the Morgan and Vince romance plays out. We'll see what happens after the season. What's the chance of one of them winning HOH and the other veto? Are you talking about, I'm behind. So are you talking about Vince and Morgan or like Ava and Ashley? I feel like the chances of Ava and Ashley winning HOH and veto are pretty low. I do think that it's possible, but it's not likely. I do think it is very likely that it would be Morgan and Vince winning the comps, or even Morgan and Morgan winning the comps. We'll see how it goes. I do think that Ashley could get in there, though, because she has been studying the dates very hard, and she seems to have a pretty good handle on all of it. Yeah, I don't think Vince heard from his girlfriend in the video. I think she's done with him, and I don't blame her. Yeah, everybody's saying that they can't watch Ava eat. It's an experience, I'll say that for sure. A midnight eviction ceremony. That's what I thought it was going to be last night. I actually woke up at one point. I had like a scary dream with snakes in it, and I hate that. But I woke up and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I was like, let me just see if they did the eviction or not. And this was like 6 a.m. my time. and they still had not done it yet. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess it's not happening. Oh well. Rumor that there's 2 comps happening now, one between Ava and Keanu, the other between the remaining house guests. I mean, it's totally possible. There could be some sort of shenanigans going on with the mastermind. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's possible. We'll see what happens. If they did some sort of like trial by combat kind of thing instead of like an eviction vote, which I don't think would really be fair, but I mean, look what happened with Rachel. Yeah, Martino says Vince will never cut Morgan. He's in love. Yeah, it seems like that. Morgan needs to win HOH. Please, production, save Keanu and send Ava to jury. I'm gonna be annoyed though if they like pull some sort of BS to save Keanu and it's like not legit. I'm not gonna like that, but we'll see what happens. How many times have I said we'll see what happens in this video? If they didn't lock something down after 7 years, they probably weren't that solid anyway at this point. I mean, the rumor has it that Vince has talked in the house. Jimmy was talking about this, about how he wasn't sure if him and his girlfriend were going to work out. Like, neither of them wanted to move to be with the other one. And it was like this whole thing. So, yeah, it's just kind of gross how earlier he was talking about like, oh, I want to propose to her, and he's been shouting her out the last few weeks. That's gross. Rachel has been the only mayhem some month of mayhem. Yeah, I mean, they've like tried to incorporate the mastermind. But that was the only like twisted twist, right? That was the only one that was like a lot different than what they would normally do. All right. I think we're going to call it there, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I will be back tomorrow for more. So, yeah, stream album of the year, Mayhem by Lady Gaga. Hell yeah. Um, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.